Hello everybody, and welcome back to my high school video journal, and today I'll be talking about JDK versus JRE versus JVM. So first let's talk about why Java was created. Well, before we started coding with Java, we used to use C and C++. And although this was the first ever coding language and it was amazing, there was one tiny problem. And this problem was that when you write your source code on Mac, you can't use the same on Windows. So what developers had to do is on their Mac where they're coding, they have to write that if the system is Windows or if the system is Linux, run this different set of code. This made it highly inefficient. Reason number one being that you have to write different versions of code for each and every single system. Also that you have to sometimes tweak around with the code, there could be bugs, you have to try on all three devices, making it very inefficient. Java wanted to solve this. The way they solved it is that once you write your source code on one thing, it makes it into this intermediary bytecode called Java class or Java C. And this was really good because you could use the source code and then put it into Java Virtual Machine, which was an interpreter, meaning it goes line by line, using a custom specific on the OS you're using, and then give you a runtime. This was good because computer scientists and programmers didn't have to make one single code for each and every single system. Now they could write once, run anywhere. Now let's start with JDK versus JRE versus JVM. Let's go with JDK. JDK is called the SuperKit. It's the Java development kit. You can write code, and then you can use JRE, which is Java Runtime, and then you can use the Java Virtual Machine, which interprets it. So with JDK, you can write your code, then it compiles it, then uses JRE to make that bytecode, which gets interpreted by the Java Virtual Machine, giving you a runtime. JRE is what you use when you're trying to load in a website. You're not making bytecode, you're being a consumer and just clicking it and it loading. That's where it's getting runtimed, getting interpreted by JVM, and then giving you your output. And then JVM is the interpreter, which has to be used from the JDK and JRE. It's technically the most useful one because that's what's actually interpreting bytecode. Because unlike normal coding languages, bytecode is not easy to decipher. Though it's basically just gibberish, you cannot decipher it. But except that, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.